Alright, as always, you can go to YouTube channel My Medical Nightmare and see 40 plus hours video on everything that happened to me. Alright, attention residents of Greystone. Some of Alabama's absolute worst medical practitioners have targeted your affluent neighborhood located in Hoover, Alabama, near the intersection of Highway 119 and 280 around the Greystone Golf and Country Club. Negligent physicians and medical doctors have set their eyes upon the high incomes of families in your community. An example, average household income listed at $161,000 per year. These bad medical practices are attempting to use the prestige of the area to boost their own social status, as well as cover over deep corruption and what amounts to fraudulent practices in the medical industry. If you live in this area, please speak out, become active in your community, and keep these types of doctors from profiting and thriving on the work of people in your area at any cost. I'm going to do a new video series where we'll look at the providers that I had negative experience dealing with as a patient and customer who have set up shop in the Greystone area. AFC Urgent Care American Family Care has a location near Greystone, and it's at 5410 US Highway 280, Birmingham, Alabama 35242. The service at this particular branch should be worth noting because for many years the corporate headquarters of AFC was located just off Highway 280 at 3700 Cobble Beach Road, Birmingham, Alabama 35242. I'll read off some of the recent reviews and then go into my own nightmare experience trying to seek medical treatment at one of their other locations around Birmingham, Alabama. One interesting scam reported by patients and customers. Yeah, I've done videos where you go in for a doctor's appointment, doctor's not available, they try to get you to see a nurse practitioner. But AFC has apparently taken this to a new level. At the Greystone location of all places, there are no doctors, nurses. The only medical practitioners in the building are apparently physician's assistants. And people out there, you cannot accept this derelict level of service. They need to close the doors on this place. A very recent review from around 1 week ago, and I'll show the date here. The review reads, "If I could give 0 stars, I would. I had an appointment at 12:30. At 2:40, I left, never saw the doctor. When I left, I was told I was the 5th person that day that had to leave without seeing the physician. Was told no doctor there, only physician's assistants. She was not taking people in order, nor was she taking the people who had scheduled an appointment first. She was coughing and hacking openly up and down the hallway with no mask and not even attempting to cover her mouth." American Family Care is a very troubled company, and there are many people in the Birmingham, Alabama area and beyond who have unresolved, outstanding issues and complaints with AFC Urgent Care. There are apparently a lot of people looking at the corrupt business practices of American Family Care, AFC Urgent Care, and their partners across the United States. I'll go into my own details on what happened to me as a patient and customer. I attempted to contact Randy Johansson regarding my own issues. My phone call was never returned. Yeah, if you look at my situation and what happened to me, what you'll see again and again is current medical providers and practitioners around Birmingham, Alabama. They choose quantity of patients and potential sources of money and income over quality. And by doing so, they overlook potentially life-threatening injuries, for example. They don't give the proper amount of attention to each and individual customer and patient. And this is a big problem that needs to be reversed in the United States of America. We need further healthcare reform. And here's yet another example of the bad way in which AFC Urgent Care American Family Care chooses to engage in their business. Back in May 2022, I tried to contact this doctor whose name appeared on the top of medical records that I requested from American Family Care. And this was in regards to a misdiagnosed x-ray of my skull that I had done in 2019. Blake Thomas, MD's name, appears here as supervising the nurse that facilitated the x-ray in the AFC clinic. This is Kimberly Kelly. And he should have also been checking over the work of radiologist Dr. Anna Maria Eknick, MD DABR, which the x-ray was outsourced to through Experity. You call the phone number under this doctor's name on the radiologist report, it leads to Experity. This doctor and subsequently the nurse told me I had no injuries appear in this x-ray. I'll put the actual images in this video so you can see the truth regarding this matter. I have around a 3-inch in diameter translucent oval here. This is visible in a standard x-ray. No contrast was used in this scan. Subsequently, I discovered in further MRI and CT that I had broken the underside of my skull. And the translucent oval that you can see in the AFC and Experity x-ray, this shows up as infection surrounding the main wound. I tried to contact this doctor to get this x-ray scan looked at again because I paid $175 for this visit and I got a misdiagnosis here. This is not helpful if you're a medical patient seeking treatment with doctors and nurses, in this case licensed in the state of Alabama. I found that this doctor was located at the American Family Care Clinic in Cobble Village off Highway 280 in Birmingham. I tried to call this doctor's office. It was then that I found out by talking to the receptionist. Every individual that worked in this location that I spoke with, they used a nickname, a false name, or a pseudonym. In trying to reach Dr. Blake Thomas, MD, I was put in touch with an individual who identified himself as the office manager of this clinic, and he went by the name Sadler, Saddler. I later found out after my call with this office manager that I was in fact speaking with the state of Alabama licensed medical doctor Christopher Blake Thomas, who I was trying to reach in the first place. So he gave a false name. And I found this out very simply. You can hear my recorded calls with this individual. And Dr. Blake Thomas gave a television interview with Birmingham, Alabama, TV station WVTM Channel 13. Listen to the two voices, and they are identical. I believe that a medical doctor identifying himself under a pseudonym is against the law in Alabama, and possibly other jurisdictions as well. This is a type of fraud. I'm not very happy about my experience dealing with this individual. Yeah, and trying to get that x-ray and the misdiagnosis looked at again, the office manager again a false identity that this doctor was using. He told me that he could do nothing to help me fix this situation. No refund of my $175. He wouldn't go to the medical doctor or Xperity and have this situation looked at or reversed. He told me on the phone, you can hear this recorded, there's nothing he was going to be able to do to help me fix this situation. And this is real bad news, because that injury that I had, I almost died from in 2019. This is totally unacceptable as a medical patient. AFC as well, I contacted. They would not help me with this situation. I talked to Xperity. They would not help me fix this situation or correct this. And basically, I was ripped off as a customer and a medical patient. I went to the Alabama Board of Medical Examiners and filed complaints in this situation. They would do nothing to help me with their oversight. Totally useless. They're lazy. No doctor worth their salt should work for this place.